Hello, happy Wednesday, everybody. Today we're going to talk about real-life inequalities. We're going to be writing and graphing. Your notes are going to be on slides 1 through 7, and your classwork is on slides 8 through 23. We are going to try something new. We're going to use Google Slides as an interactive. I already made a copy for all of you, so you do not need to send this in a separate document. You can write on the Google Slides that I shared with you. And it will automatically save. You just have to submit. Today, for our first inequality, real life inequality statement, you must be 16 or older to drive. You're going to choose a variable for the statement and write it down. We're going to pick D for drive. 2, find the number in the statement and write it down to the right of the variable. So you have D on the left, 16 on the right, because that is the number in our statement. And then we have nothing in between for now. Number 3, decide if the variable is less than, or equal to, greater than, or equal to, or greater than. Write the sign in between the number and the variable. So older means greater than. Driving age is greater than 16, so we're going to write the greater than sign first. Must be 16 means equal to 16, so they can be 16 in order to drive. So we're going to put the equal sign underneath. So it's going to be a greater than or equal to 16. You are then going to graph the inequality that you wrote from the statement. So D is greater than or equal to 16. So I'm going to make a closed circle because my answer is including 16 and shade to the right. I can see if I shaded correctly, if I choose a number in this shaded section, which I can choose 20. Is 20 greater than or equal to 16? Yes. So I shaded in the correct direction. Example number 2. You will need 20 minutes at most to drive to school. Choose a variable for the statement and write it down. We're going to choose T, variable, T is for time. 2, find the number in the statement and write it down to the right of the variable. So 20 is in my statement, so I'm going to write it to the right. T blank 20. So then you're going to decide if we're going to use the less than or equal to, greater, or greater than or equal to. So write the sign in between the number and variable. So you will need 20 minutes at most to drive to school. So at most means greater than or equal, or greater or greatest. 20 minutes is the greatest amount of time needed. So it could take you less than 20 minutes, but it could take you 20, so we're going to include 20. To graph this, I know there's a lot of numbers on these graphs. Normally, I said you only need to write 3. That is fine. You can have more. More is also fine. So we're going to put a closed circle on 20 because it's a less than or equal to sign. And I'm going to shade to the left. Shading to the left is telling me that all those numbers to the left, and they go on, will make my statement true. So let's pick a number in the shaded section to see if I shaded correctly. Let's choose -4. Is -4 less than or equal to 20? Yes, I shaded in the correct direction. I know my arrow stops at 2, but it's supposed to go all the way to the -20 and past -20. An infinite amount of solutions to the left. So here comes the new part with the Google Slides. So you are going to actually do what we just did, and you're going to actually do it on this document. This is Google Slides. So you're going to read each statement. You're going to write the inequality for each statement. So you're going to be able to type a variable in a box. I'm going to show you that next. And then you can type in the number in the box, the variable in the box, and then you can drag over the signs. Like I said before, you don't need this in presentation mode. It won't work if you do. Okay, so I'm going to show you the first one, what it looks like. So we played video games for less than 3 hours last week. So we're going to pick a letter to represent our variable. and we're going to put that in our first box. I'm going to choose V for video games. My second box, I'm going to pick the number that's in the statement, and it's 3. So I'm going to write that in the second box. Okay, now I'm going to drag what inequality sign over into the middle of the 2 boxes. So we played video games for less than 3 hours last week. So less than 3, I'm going to choose this inequality sign and move it into the center. So V is less than 3. He played video games for less than 3 hours. Next, I'm going to choose the open circle because it does not include 3. It's less than 3. So I'm going to put the open circle on 3. I'm going to drag it over here, put it right there. Okay, and then I'm going to shade to the left. I'm going to put the arrow right there, saying that everything's going to be shaded to the left. I can leave it at that size arrow, or I can make my arrow bigger. It's up to you. I'm then going to check my answer to see if my shading is correct. I'm going to choose 0. Is 0 less than 3? Yes. So I did this correctly. This will automatically save. You just have to submit your document to me. I thought this would be kind of cool to do. We're going to check it out to see if it works, and hopefully we can do another one later this week. If you have any questions, please email me. There are quite a few for you to do. You can scroll down. Please make sure you complete all of them. Have a great day.